Hi Pisces, welcome back to the Warrior's Journey Tarot. This is your bi-weekly full general reading. This will include many oracle cards, and then I'm going to use a tarot deck called the Goddess Tarot. Okay, let's get right into it. I'm going to clarify with Wild Kuan Yin, Divine Feminine Oracle cards, the Wisdom of the Oracle cards, Crystal Healing, Romance Angels, Whispers of Love, and Sacred Traveler. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the weeks of January 18th to the 31st. This is January 18th to the 31st. I hope you guys have some time to set aside for this reading. The decks are beautiful. The messages are beautiful and deep and meaningful. And it's going to take just under an hour, most likely. Okay? So, again, this is a full Celtic with the Goddess Tarot deck. Whatever comes up will come up for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the weeks of January 18th to the 31st. I'm going to give it a good shuffle, and then hopefully a card will pop out to signal the end of the shuffle. If a card or cards pop out too early in the shuffle, I'll show you the cards, give you a brief summary, and continue the shuffle. If it takes too long, I'll end the shuffle. Alright, this is the Goddess Tarot. We're going to do a full Celtic now. For Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please, for the weeks of January 18th to the 31st. Can we please get a full Celtic cross? For Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. From the 18th to the 31st, please. From the 18th to the 31st. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the weeks of 18th to the 31st. Okay, I'm going to end the shuffle. All right. Here we go. On the bottom, we'll take a peek. It's the King of Pentacles. Beautiful. The situation, we've got the star, and it's represented by the goddess Inanna. Challenge is sacrifice, which is goddess Kuan Yin. Consciously, we've got the Four of Swords. Subconscious, we've got the Eight of Staves, Eight of Wands, recent past. We've got the Seven of Swords, recent future. The King of Cups, you right now, the Empress, or the fertility card, Goddess Etzanatlehi. It's a corn goddess, First Nations goddess. Okay, and then we've got the Prince of Swords in what is surrounding you. Hopes and fears, the world, represented by Gaia. And the outcome, Eight of Swords. Yikes. Okay. Again, King of Pentacles on the bottom. So let's start with the star card in the situation. Sorry. There's something that in this situation you've been wishing about. Something that you've been hoping for and you've had a lot of faith in. Something that you've been waiting for because you feel as though if you hang in tight there and you wait, then you will have the strength, the ability, the resilience to withstand the obstacles and see through with your wish or your goal, make it happen, make it manifest, because you have that hope and you have that faith. Can also speak to someone who's very high profile, someone who's in the spotlight. Now, in the challenge position, we've got sacrifice, represented by Goddess Kuan Yin. This is a Buddhist goddess. So again, sorry, I was interrupted for a second. In the challenge, we've got Goddess Kuan Yin, and it says sacrifice here, but the traditional meaning for the 12th major arcana card is the Hanged Man. Now this is represented by Goddess Kuan Yin because she's the goddess of compassion. In Sanskrit, it would be the god Avalokiteshvara. His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama is also the human manifestation of this Buddha of compassion. So this is the Chinese version of this Buddha of compassion, which is Goddess Kuan Yin. Now, in the Hanged Man, we see here she's holding a baby. But for the Hanged Man position, it's basically about, sacrificing for others. Almost like how you would sacrifice and a mother would take care of a child. So in the challenge here, let's first talk about the card. It's basically speaking to whatever you feel like doing, whatever you want to get done. It's this feeling, this phase of being stuck. Why? Because you're staying in stasis so that others can benefit from your lack of movement. Okay, that's what the Hangman card represents. Now, with the Star card as the situation, which is about, again, hanging in there. And then we've got sacrifice, again, with the Hanged Man hanging in there. Okay? Your challenge is to now step out of this role. Your challenge is to get out of this stuckness. Your challenge is to have movement now. Your challenge is that you are in this Hangman position. Why? Because you're putting yourself in this position because of the Star card. You've been wishing for something, hoping for something, and it's left you in stasis. Okay? In the conscious, you've got 4 of Swords. In your mind, what you're thinking. It's about meditation, and it's about taking a break. There's so many different ways you can take a break. It could be whether it's a vacation, whether it's camping, whether it would be a short trip, road trip, whatever, or if it was even just, meditating inside your own home. It's about rest, regeneration. This is what's on your mind. Consciously, this need for rest. You're aware of it. Look at this 8 of Swords right next to it, right? And then you got on the bottom, we've got the 8 of Wands. You are so enthusiastic and passionate about someone and something. Could be this over here, this situation. You see this Goddess Kuan Yin with a baby. I mean, I feel like it could be that you are very passionate, enthusiastic, and you're devoted. It feels like you're keeping tabs, keeping communications. You're hoping for this right here, this situation. This person, maybe somebody in your life that you're waiting around for, that you're in stasis for. Time has stood still for this person. That's the challenge position. Why is it a challenge for you to get out of the stuckness of the Hangman? Because at the foundation, underneath the subconscious, is this great enthusiasm, love, and passion for this situation, which is why you're like this wishing, this hope, this faith. The Star card for someone, for some situation that you're willing to stay upside down, hung up, waiting, sacrificing. In the recent past, we have 7 of Swords. That speaks to deceit and some kind of, it's a lord of unstable efforts. It could be like an unstable effort towards trying to manifest something, using trickery and deceit and manipulation. And here you are looking towards this King of Pentacles, represented by Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And this King of Pentacles is someone, we'll just briefly talk about it, is someone who is manifested the completion of the Pentacles, the material world being like whether it be pertaining to your body, finances, work, home, anything of the material plane. Aside from someone who is older, wiser, settled, could be a married person, could be a father figure if it's representing a person. It's someone who's benevolent, kind, loyal, likes to see other people do well, wants to support them in their efforts. But even though they're supportive and even though they're so kind and nurturing, and not nurturing, that's more of the Queen of Pentacles. Even though they're so kind and they're benevolent, their focus is always on the Pentacles. It's like business first. They want to help you, but it's in a way where they're the king of the castle and they're helping their kingdom grow. So their priority is Pentacles. Okay. In the recent future, we see King of Cups. Pisces, that may be you, representing water signs like Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And you see this king offering a cup to the star, right? This King of Cups is someone who's very loving, artistic, creative, poetic, able to really be able to sense through intuition what their partner needs. Very sensitive, kind. Could be someone who works in the healing arts, a therapist, a doctor, someone who enjoys the comforts of good living. Could be, an artistic type. And he's got this cup of love offered to this person here, the star. I feel like, Pisces, and I've seen this before and I've said it before, I feel like there's a situation that you're devoted to. Someone you're devoted to. And before I said release your ex or something in one of the past readings. And it feels like it could be someone, when it's the star, it's not only about hope and faith in a situation, but it could also be like they're your star. Like you might honestly think that they're just someone who's very special, Could be someone who gets a lot of attention. And then you've got here more earth energy with fertility, representing traditionally the Empress card. And here it's represented by Goddess Sekhmet. Apologies for the pronunciation. It's I think it's a Navajo corn goddess. Let me just check that up real quick. Fertility. Yep, Navajo goddess of the corn. And the Empress card, as she's chosen for the Empress position, traditional Empress position, is about beauty, fertility, nurturing, represented by the sign of Taurus. Now, I'm just going to say the King of Pentacles represents the sign of Taurus. And this Empress fertility card, which is also, aside from this Navajo corn goddess, it's also represented, the Empress is represented by Venus, the goddess of beauty and love, which rules over Taurus. So, this is one Taurus representation. This is another Taurus representation at the base of the deck, right? Underlying all of this situation. So, you right now, Pisces, you could be extremely successful, abundant, focused on creating. You might have some projects in the works. You might be excited about it. You might be doing something where it's like giving birth. Okay, the Empress is like giving birth to something. Whether you be giving birth to a human, or you're giving birth to a project, or you're giving birth to, some creative work. This is what you right now is represented by. Now around you, you got Prince of Swords. And Prince of Swords is equivalent to the Page of Swords in this deck. It goes Prince, Princess, King, Queen. And Queen would be the completion of this cycle. So here, this King of Cups is also actually takes in the hierarchy of this deck, it takes the place of the Queen in the traditional decks, traditional tarot decks. So this would be like the Page of Swords. quick, clever, ruled by Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, watching this Empress over here, collecting information, relaying information. I call this Prince of Swords or the Page of Swords the spy card as well, the stalker card. So someone's watching you. Someone's watching you because they think you're a rock star, basically. Look at this Prince of Swords watching you. Look at this King of Cups watching the star. And I feel major earth energy here for you. King of Pentacles and major Taurus energy. I don't know if that's in your chart, but I'm seeing that. Regardless, it's the energy that's represented here. One of benevolence, abundance, and I have to say, it feels like, you know, though these people may be gonzo for you and following you and watching you, I feel like you're much more focused on, first of all, the Empress card or the fertility card here, representing the Empress card. You're more focused on just being good on your own. I see that you're focused on creating. You're enjoying being abundant and successful and beautiful. And then here at the bottom of the deck, I see King of Pentacles, another Taurus kind of representation. But as I said to you, this is not the King of Cups or the King of Love. This is King of Pentacles. So this is someone who's focused on career, manifesting their kingdom. They'll help you out. You'll help them out, Pisces. But your love is not really your priority in this read. But other people want your love, which is another thing Pisces gets often. This King of Cups, they want your love. This Prince of Swords, they're spying. They're interested too. But they're coming at it from an intellectual way, right? With the swords, collecting information and doing their due diligence before they find out how they feel about things. If they ever do, right? Then you have, and this is an older person, this is a younger person, just to let you know. In your hopes and fears, you've got the World card, which is represented by Gaia. And that could speak to your hoping to travel, Pisces. Maybe you've got your sights set on moving, seeing more of the world. The world also speaks to completion, the end of a cycle, end of a karmic cycle. Maybe you're looking to start fresh. Maybe you're excited about travel. But this is the hopes and fears section. So we're not going to pay too much mind to that. It gives us some kind of insight into the rest of this spread. But we're going to look at the outcome now. Now the Eight of Swords is the outcome. You went from Seven of Swords to the Eight of Swords. From the recent past Seven of Swords to now the Eight of Swords. Something has made things worse. From this unstable attempt at trying to manipulate a situation, it has led to now being restricted by fear. Kind of embarrassed, kind of feeling like you're so blinded by fear of, you know, what you've done or what's going on around you. Maybe someone's restricting you as well. Inability to see through the mental anguish and stress, leaving you kind of down in the dumps like that, okay, and frozen in fear. So we've got this Eight of Swords about this kind of fearful, stagnant energy, and then we've got Kuan Yin, sacrifice here, which is the challenge, which is the Hangman card traditionally. So that's another card of lack of movement and being stuck. But here you are in the hopes and fears section. You want to travel, you want to move, you want to see everything, you want to see the world, you want to, you know, go to different places and experience life. You want to live and enjoy. But you're restricted by fear, and you've got this hanged man energy because you're sacrificing for others. Let's clarify. I'm going to clarify first with this Wisdom of the Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reid. Can we get one card for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the weeks of January 18th to the 31st? From the 18th of January to the 31st of January, can we get one card, please, for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? said it before, Pisces, I'll say it again. Every time I do your reading, I go into slow-mo. Some people, I get nervous and my nose starts running. This one for Pisces is like I just go slow way down. Can you take that? On the bottom, we'll take a peek. It's fork in the road. You have a choice to make about what direction you're going to go. But on the top, that's the one we read. Here we are, here and now. And this little girl on top of an egg, past and the future, and is speaking to being present in the here and now. Which kind of implies that you're living in the past, perhaps. So let's read about it. 32 here and now. And it says, being fully present in the moment, living one day at a time. And the message from the oracle is, everything happens in the now, in the present. Only this moment counts. You have what it takes to handle anything today if you let go of the need to look into the future or reflect on the past. Be present and notice what is going on right now. This very moment has the potential for you to create miracles in your life. Now, if you're in a relationship, the relationship message is, it's easy to yearn for a love affair or friendship you may not have right now. One that is more romantic, more fun, more reliable, more passionate. The good old days are gone and a new day has dawned. Let your heart trust that you have everything you need right now, whether you have the relationship you desire or not. Tomorrow is beyond your reach. Yesterday cannot return. Oh, that was very poignant. Okay. Prosperity message. What you are working on is golden, and your efforts will leave a powerful legacy. Focus not on meeting a goal in the far-off future, but on creating your dream now, releasing your desire for an outcome and owning that it already exists. Now, also there's a protection message. And this says, whenever you find your mind drifting into the past, wondering if things could have or should have been better, or whenever you find yourself longing for the good old days, you leak power. The same is true of looking too far ahead and hoping the future will provide you with certainty. Driven by ambition, you might wander too long in a place with no substance and forget that you are here today. The past and future are illusions. Whenever you leave the present moment, you're disconnecting from your inherent power to manifest your reality with true substance. Neither past nor future can give you what you need. Now is all that counts. Come back from those eternities and be here now. Wow, beautiful. That was a very strong message. Okay, let's get one crystal healing card for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the weeks of January 18th to 31st. 2 weeks there. From 18th of January to the 31st of January, please. Now, this is a crystal that you can work with to manifest abundance and healthy change. Can we get one crystal, please, for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus to work with? There we go. I love it when that happens. Crosoite? It's about sexuality. Okay, let's look at that. I'm going to put that over here, actually. And on the bottom, we have Pneumite, the healer stone. Okay. I'm going to read this crystal card real quick. Crosoite. And it's vibrant orange and related to the sacral chakra. This activates the Kundalini energy, invokes deep sexual and, life force energy, deepens connections to sensuality, enhances tantric union, and assists in expressing creativity. Right, getting that with the King of Cups there, Pisces. Okay, and it says, this powerful card indicates it is time to open up to the powerful life force energy of the cosmos and to your own sexuality. The universal creative energy flows through you deeply at all times and is a natural part of life. It is now time to heal any wounds around sexuality and come back into your power. Working with this energy consciously in your life, your sexual energy is your creative energy. Opening up to this dynamic essence can transform your world. The Devas emphasize that your sexuality is a sacred and integral part of who you are. Work with them as you open and heal old perceptions, wounds, and even judgments you have made around sex. Once you release negative beliefs and restrictions and allow yourself to break free of social constraints, you will set yourself free. The Devas urge you to honor yourself as a divine and sacred sexual being. If you are uncomfortable or feel you have wounds about sexuality, seek the support and guidance of a professional who can assist your healing process and allow this part of you to heal, grow, and express itself. You are also guided to work closely with the magical medicine of Crossite to support your awakening to the life force energy of the cosmos. Now, I hope I pronounced that right because I have not personally seen that stone before, that crystal. Let me fix this. All right, next we're going to pull a Sacred Traveler card just because we got that Gaia there, this world card. See what that means now and get some clarification on that. Can we get one oracle card from Sacred Traveler, please, for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the weeks of January 18th to the 31st. From January 18th to the 31st. One card, please, for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What does Pisces need to know? One card for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the 18th to the 31st of January. Okay. On the bottom, we have fogged in, go slow, take time. And this is just about whatever you're doing, even though there's fog and you can't see what's around the next corner, just take it slow and keep moving forward. But the top card is the one we read, so we're going to pull Navigating by the Stars. Look at that, 2 stars cards. Follow your bliss. Isn't that beautiful? Let me put this up here. Navigating by the stars. We will make it fit. Okay. Trust your gut. Have faith that a higher power is directing your life. Believe. Allow your life decisions to be dictated by what opens your heart and by what brings you joy. Relax. Be patient. Follow your bliss. Your life is divinely guided. All is going according to a wonderful plan for your life. Be confident that all is well. Now, the Sacred Traveler wants you to know. Sometimes you can't see the road ahead, but when you become still, you can feel the right way to go. It's like navigating by the stars. You might not be able to see every detail of the path for your life, but when you trust the light of the stars, your silent spirit guardians, and the joy of your guiding North Star to navigate in the darkness, in the morning light you find yourself at the right place at the right time. Which is speaking to this star card. Remember when I was mentioning that it's about hope and faith and having the resilience that if you stick to it and you hang in there, that you will have the ability to manifest what you want in spite of obstacles. Okay, so this is, no, I'm going to do these last, these 2 love cards. So let's pull one Divine Feminine Oracle card. This is a beautiful deck by Megan Watterson. It's diverse, inclusive, just like this Goddess Tarot deck by Chris Walder. This tarot deck is by Chris Walder. It's called the Goddess Tarot. Okay, so can we please get one beautiful goddess for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising? 30 leaps across. And I know this generally speaks to, you know, moving away from something, missing an opportunity that you think you missed out on, but it was for the best, I believe. But I will read that to you. And I'm going to put that up here next to this little girl. Okay. Number 24. And this says, I have such faith in you, and that I have placed what appears to be an obstacle in your way. It is actually a stepping stone that will help you rise. If there were no challenges, how would you gain trust and confidence in yourself, in me? Through my grace, I am giving you an invisible boost. You shall leap over this obstacle with such lightness of heart and foot. You shall then believe that anything is possible. So it says, inner reading. If someone is trying to pull you into their drama, you have permission to simply refuse to take it on board. It's not for you. Have compassion as you set clear boundaries. This is a way to love yourself more. If you have been seeking a way through an issue, you are being asked to let go of your plans and open up to divine intercession. Don't worry about controlling the outcome. Just accept the way through that will be showing itself to you. It is likely to be a method of sidestepping or leaping over the situation altogether. Finally, if you are locked in a decision-making process and you want to find a way out of the gridlock in your own mind or with that of another, this oracle brings you guidance. There is another way, another option that you have not yet assessed consciously. Keep your heart and mind open, relax, and it will come to you. Don't lock yourself into a decision. See what unfolds. Act when you feel you need to act, and rest when you need to rest. And it's saying the guidance here is, during a challenge, trusting in divine grace is so helpful. Perhaps you hoped for the best, wanting to trust that the goodness in people would somehow win through and turn a mess into an opportunity for healing, but perhaps the situation didn't quite work out as you had hoped. Or maybe you feel everyone is doing their best, but something is still blocking the way to resolution and healing. The oracle of Princess of Purity leaps across, arises when there is something of an obstacle or challenge that you are growing through. It may be creating an inner sense of unease or discomfort that you feel but cannot quite explain. The good news is that you are being blessed with an empowerment of grace. You are going to be given the power to overcome the obstacle. Beautiful. Next, I'm going to pull one Whispers of Love Oracle card. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let me just check that I'm still recording, because sometimes it cuts out. Yep. Okay, good. One Whispers of Love card, please, for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the weeks of January 18th to the 31st, please. Is this one. Get to know each other. Learning to meet another's need for love is important for a relationship to grow. And I'll just take a peek at the bottom card. The bottom card is treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. And there's a mother and a daughter. A mother's reading to the daughter. And it's basically speaking to let your loved ones know that you love them. And tell them all the time. Okay, but this one, get to know each other, number 44. It's very brief. The need to feel loved and appreciated motivates how we will act in a relationship. Taking time to understand each other will benefit you, as you will find that this will only help love to grow. Recognize your differences and don't try to control every aspect of what is before you. Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory and straightforward. Now we're gonna get one Romance Angels card for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the weeks of January 18th to the 31st. I'm going to keep that. It says new love on the bottom. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. But the one we read is the one on top, and that is, you deserve love, you are lovable. Okay. I'm going to put this over here. And it says, the romance angels are cheering you on in your request for great love by letting you know that you deserve it. As a child of God, you're naturally a loving and lovable person, as is everyone. You have the right to be treated with kindness and respect by everyone in your life. If you've had harsh life experiences, you may have blamed yourself and felt unworthy of receiving affection. This card is a reassurance that you do deserve it. You're a beautiful being of God's pure love and light, no matter what any person has said or done to you, and no matter what happened in the past. God's handiwork can never be undone. The more you affirm, I am lovable, I am loved, I am loving, and the more this experience comes true for you. Affirmations help you believe spiritual truths at a deep, unconscious level. This in turn allows you to attract loving people, relationships, and circumstances, and you definitely deserve that. Okay, so Pisces, what I'm getting here from this reading for the 18th to the 31st is obviously from the oracle cards that have been clarifying that you've had some very harsh experiences in your past pertaining to your sexuality or your outlook on sex, especially with this little girl here on top of this egg. And it's speaking to not living in the past and living, not thinking about the future or fearing the future, but to live in the present. Because if you don't live in the present, it's saying you're not tapping into your inherent power that you have right now. You're draining and leaking power when you live in the past, that soma cloud of the past, or trying to be afraid or being afraid of the future. Look at you. In the outcome, it's going to Eight of Swords. From the Seven of Swords to the Eight of Swords. And all that's on your mind is you're so freaking exhausted, you need rest. Right? You know you're strong. You know you have faith and hope. You have so much enthusiasm and love at the heart of everything, at the foundation. Now, you are beautiful. You are able to create and manifest and be successful and abundant. What's holding you back from what I see in this reading is living in the past. You are allowed to be angry, of course. Whatever happened in the past is saying, Goddess Sekhmet is saying, that anger, that rage, it's to be respected. Respect that part of you. You protect others who need protection. And you've had experiences that have, you know, inspired this or urged you to go down this road, possibly, if that's what you're doing, to protect others. Now, the only thing I caution you is you don't want to end up in this Eight of Swords, Four of Swords, Seven of Swords energy all the time. You right now, it's this Empress, this fertility corn goddess energy right here, okay? Representing the Empress, traditionally the Empress. Outcome goes to the Eight of Swords, being so afraid that you are restricted and blinded by your fear. When you see these cards here, please, if this is resonating for you, when you see this energy, you don't want that energy. You don't want to be stuck in that energy. And these are minor arcana cards, minor secrets. These cards can be easily changed. Energy is fluid. You can change these energies. It's all in your hands. The only ones that are major arcana cards here that I see is the Star, Sacrifice, which is Kuan Yin, and Fertility, and the World. So your head, your hearts, your energy for that, the major arcana, major influences, it's very positive. The Star is so positive. It's about hope and faith. Look at this Hangman energy here, but it's about sacrifice. Look at this mother with her child. This is represented by Goddess Kuan Yin with a baby. The Corn Goddess, representing the Empress, that's you. Your hopes and fears is Gaia, the world. You want to go out and see everything, and you want to travel and enrich your life and be cultured and experience different things. The only thing holding you back that I see is fear and living in the past. So affirmations, they were saying affirmations help and work. You deserve self-love, right? Healing your outlook on sexuality. And finding avenues to give voice to your anger about your whatever has happened that you need to resolve. Okay, so that was your reading, Pisces. It got heavy, but that's how these cards, that's how they do. Okay, so please check in. Again, I'll have these full readings twice a month, bi-weekly. The rest of the readings will all be love and romance readings. Those come weekly, and then I'll do one big love and romance reading for the month. So until next time, Pisces, with lots of love, I wish you all the best. Take care. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.